Part two of this lesson is going to be to start using equations. So after you have all of your information entered in for your universities off the website, we're now going to start to do some analysis of this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate what the average tuition is. And to do that, we're going to put in a spot to put that. I'm just going to put in average for Atlantic Canada. If I can spell it right. There we go. And then in this box directly below the information is where I'm going to put the equation. And again, all equations start with the equal sign. Now, once you start to type in the equation, it should, if it's one of their preset equations, give you an option of what to put in there, and then you can click on it rather than having to type the whole thing in. So we're going to use the average equation. So if I start typing in the word average, a bunch of options will show up there, and I want to click on the one that actually says average. That will know that I'm doing that calculation, and then it'll start to fill out part of it for me. So then I'm going to click on the first cell that I want to get the average from, and then I'm going to hold down Shift and click on the last in the range that I want to calculate the data from. And that way it knows that you're using everything in between. And to do that, I clicked on the first one, held down Shift, clicked on the last one, and then to finish the equation, you're going to press Enter. Now you can type this in manually if you wanted to. And if you look in the formula bar, it tells you what it is. It says equals average, and then bracket C2 colon C16 and bracket. And that's just the range of data because it's in the C column and it goes from 2 down to row 16. And that is my average. That gives me my number down here. So the average tuition for Atlantic Canada, $6,693.67. If you have something different, you might want to check your equation and make sure that either your numbers are entered in correctly or that your equation is entered in correctly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the average for the provinces individually that have more than one university. And there's two of them. There's New Brunswick and there's Nova Scotia. So now I'm going to do the average for New Brunswick. And again, I'm going to use that average equals average. And don't click on the preset one because that's already done for you. Click on just the word average or type the whole thing in. And then I'm just going to go to the first one in New Brunswick and then the last one in New Brunswick. There's 4 there, so I should have 4 selected. And again, press Enter. And now I should have the average for New Brunswick, which is quite a bit more money than it is for the rest of Atlantic Canada because their university tuition fees are slightly higher. And the overall average is brought down by Memorial, which has a much lower rate for students that live in the province. And so for the last one, I'm going to do the same thing again, except this time for Nova Scotia. Again, equals average. And now I select the universities in Nova Scotia, starting at Acadia and going to University de Sainte Anne. And now I have my average for the 3 universities. So that's the start of equations. That's all you're going to be doing today. We will do a little bit more with